Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am back with a Christmas card using some new products from my favorite things in combination with some olders. So first of all, I'm using the No One Stacks Up to You, an incredible cute stamp set. And I'm using the Snow Swirl cover up. These two products are from the new release. I'm combining them with the watercolor wash freeform die that I cut out of an A2 sized panel, and I'm also using the Bitty Holiday Wishes, an incredible basic. As I have mentioned many times before, the Bitty wishes are really incredible sentiments stamp sets from my favorite things, and they are so handy. Now first of all, I'm coloring the penguins today of this adorable stamp set, and while the penguins will all get the same gray color, the same idea, the same area of shadowing, so I'm only going to show you this one penguin that I'm coloring with gray markers to speed up the process and do not have a video that is too long for you guys. So I just have this one for you. I'm coloring from darker marker towards my lightest, and if you want to revisit the colors that I used, then definitely check out my blog post, because there I'm listing everything for each part of this coloring, well, the image. So here I have my grays, and just on the belly and the face I'm just really softly adding a bit of C0 flicking, and then I am going to use a really soft orangey color combination for the other penguin elements. And then for all of the accessories, the clothing and all those things, I decided to go with purples today. I don't know what it is about purples, but it works for many occasions. But if you go towards a lilac kind of version, personally I find it very New Year's vibing. And so this card got the Happy New Year sentiment, and all of the purples I could think of in the background, on the accessories and such. I must admit, I don't use these color families very often. I think they're really hard to color with, but these are tiny areas, and so no worries, we will get through it. Another thing, well, this marker is quite new, the BV04. I didn't got it previously. I recently got it, and it is loaded with alcohol ink. So I really had to be careful and shake the ink down, if I can call it like that, to avoid having a blob of alcohol marker ink on top of my images. So that's why it's a bit strange, the coloring over there. But I just tapped with the big side of the marker on my desk to sort of have the ink go back down. But I don't know, they were really generous with filling the marker. I have no clue why exactly. There is a bit too much in it, but I also have no clue how to fix it. So just if you have a really juicy marker, then take that into account. When you're coloring with it, take your time, flip it upside down, the marker, to let it all go down again if needed, and everything will be just fine. Also here on the heart, I'm using the same purple combination. I think it's really adorable. I have some other inspiration with this stamp set as well, and with some new products that will follow hopefully soon. But truly, the speech bubble with the heart, I mean, it's such a tiny detail, but I think it's incredible, it's gorgeous, and I probably will use it every time that I use this stamp set, because it's too cute not to use it. So here I have my elements for my background, and as you can see, depending on how I'm covering this Snow Swirl cover-up panel, you can see more of the swirls or more of the snowy hills, if I can interpret it like that. I do. So I will just shift it a bit to get the background that I want to peek from underneath my frame that I have with the watercolor wash freeform die. So I'm really softly, but really softly, ink blending this dusty Concord on the back. I first thought of using lilac because I think it matched more with the colors that I used on the penguins, but the lilac is kind of bluish when you blend it as well, and that isn't the case at all with the purples that I used on the accessories and such, so I didn't want to use the lilac distress ink. So therefore, dusty Concord. And now I'm adding some adhesive roller on the back of my freeform here. I am placing it a bit crooked, but as you can see now I have more of those swirly lines and my grounding is more straight. So I will just be trimming off the excess with my paper trimmer. You can cut it off with scissors as well, but I'm just not capable of doing that. I need a trimmer to help me get that straight. And then I can adhere those cuties on top. Therefore, I will be using some thin foam squares. I'm just covering the images as much as possible. Like that, and then I'm going to adhere it on the left side of my frame here. I was wondering whether you guys also add the a crazy amount of foam tape, or whether it's only me that is doing that. Sometimes I see it very lightly used, and everyone should do what they think is best, but sometimes I'm really wondering whether I'm the only one who is like a crazy person adding all of those thin foam squares or whatever foam I'm using on the back. So yeah, let me know. So here I added that, and then I contemplated about adding embellishments, but first we are going to stamp out the sentiment. So the sentiment is from the Bitty Holiday Wishes. Again, incredible. If you like just having critters to focus on when you're buying stamps, normally they have like really cool sentiments with them or none. But just having these sets with the wishes for my favorite things, I'm sure that I will always have a sentiment for the occasion that I need to have one. So that is just, I think it's genius and really handy to have on hand. So as embellishments, I decided to use the iridescent crystals from Studio Katia. And I'm just trying to figure out where to place them, and as soon as I'm happy, I'm going to adhere them using some liquid glue, along with my embellishment wand from Studio Katia, which is an incredible tool if you don't have anything yet to help you get those embellishments in place. I really could recommend this one. I also got the quick stick tool in the past, which is also great. It's just really handy if you have a tool to help you, because those embellishments are really tiny and sometimes you have different angles or different sides that could be used to stick it to your paper, and you don't necessarily want to use a specific side, but if you just drop it with your fingers, it might end up on the wrong side, you know. I also ended up adding Stickles wherever I could. These are Stardust Stickles, so they will dry quite clear in my opinion, but it's just the shine that you need. And then that will be it. I just fixed some where I went outside the lines, but this is my really simple but adorable card with a lot of purple. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and of course that you like the end result. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as possible. I want to thank you all, and I hope that you have an incredible day left, and I'll be back soon. Bye!